How's it? Hang loose. Hey, well, back to NewsPepah. NewsPepah today. Today is the 9th of July. And the main point I want to look at is the August 1st reopening. But of course I'll digress and make this long and blah blah blah. But thank you for subscribing. I got some new ones. Hey, thanks. Welcome, subs. Little Mongoose is checking out Hawaii, yeah? Because I am the mongoose invasion. Brrr. There's still some mongooses. You don't see them that much, but they be here. You know, eh? Hang loose. Yep. Things have been heating upstairs, so oh gosh. So the new refrigerator. Save that stuff for later. I have to bless the camera. Innominesti Patria Filini Spiritus Sancto Bardo Nostra Kies de Gel Sancta Passata Normam Tuam. The Pope is right. We got a good Pope. Oh, there's another idea. There it is. Yes, I'm wearing my something Hardy Ed Hardy shirt. This was given to me by a dear, I must have mentioned her, a dear beloved friend. What the basically the most person I've loved in life, and she had died February. Just before, right when she passed away, and she was, her ashes were interred at St. Philip's in Flower Mound, Texas, and right after that, the corona freaking happened. So it was this little, something, I don't know. She's really a Louisiana girl. She didn't. It has happy birthday to me. Love, Marguerite. God bless you, Marguerite. I love you, Marguerite. I figure she's looking out on us because she had lots of friends, and she might have stood up to enemies. Anyways, I digress. I'm not in the grieving phase now. I have to really pay attention. So, reopening. The business at hand. It is, according to this headline, in question. However, what we got going on, oh, now they're interviewing the guy. Okay, whatever. Shoot. Anyways, some main things happened. One, a major spike in Hawaii in relative to Hawaii, this area, and the cases they have here. There's relative spike due to this soft reopening, the streets, some of this, and people get on, like there was like 800 visitors or something like that. Even though there's a quarantine in place, 800 visitors come to here. So who's going to buy an airplane ticket to come over here, hang out inside a hotel room for 14 days? So that's highly suspicious. But whatever. It's spiking in the world. China's got its third wave. I say it's the plague. It's the plague. There's nothing but bad news with this stuff, and there's only what we can do, and that would be mask, washing hands, social distancing at this moment. And the laboratories are getting paid tons of money to fast track a vaccine if it works. Oh my God. There's going to be millions of people. Okay, so here's the paper. I'm going to separate this a little bit. Reopening and questioning. Let's take a little dive into what it says. Governor Ige, state's mayor, will meet. Okay, so the governor's meeting with the mayors, and basically the mayors are pushing on the governor because the governor has the power to say yay or nay. And the mayors are going no. See, Hawaii, okay, Honolulu, city and county, right? Because this is the seat because of most islands. But Honolulu is a county. And then there's Oahu, the whole island is a county. Each island is a county. Kauai County, Hawaii, the Big Island, county, Maui, county. Now, each of these counties has a mayor, county mayor. And then there's mayor of the city, mayor of Honolulu. That's clear as mud, ain't it? Well, all the mayors are going, no, 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 especially Big Island, which wields a lot of influence. And Maui, there's a big fire going on, and I don't know. Maui's kind of touristy, but pretty party-y, and there's a fire. Watch, when you smoke, there's always fires on Maui. And Kauai is kind of isolated, very beautiful, and they're going, no way, keep away. Big Island, no way, keep away to tourism. But they want tourism, but it's that thing. So they will make a final determination after a marathon meeting. The county mayors and health officials convene today to make a final determination on lifting it. So it's right before this is today. They're going to make the decision.
Kauai's position has been we should not be looking at reopening on August 1st. We would be worried that it would indeed cause another economic shutdown if things get bad quickly here on Kauai. One of the ideas we floated across is to perhaps phase in mainland travel and offer up resorts to sort of be an area where they can have a modified quarantine, sort of say. They could have a run of the property and enjoy the amenities, and yet keep our own people safe as we deal with this pandemic.
So the governor is in a tight spot. He's going to have to decide. Ultimately, the governor decides the process, blah, blah, blah. And paying for unemployment benefits. And they don't. And then there's kids in the classroom. They're not going to go back to the classroom. What? RIP to the jobs lost. So a lot of people, especially here, are actually more concerned with their income than with public health. Of course, in the French Revolution, Robespierre, the man who headed the reign of terror, in guillotines, up with the head in the guillotines, French Revolution, he was head of public health. History can be fun. Ironic in a dark, dark way. Trump is a bit, okay, if you don't open your schools, Trump's going to not send your states money. COVID testing around slows down as diagnosis surge. So the concern, which is really coming up in Hawaii, is that there's a certain company that supplies the local laboratories where you get tested here for all kinds of stuff. I just went and got a test for my physical coming up Monday next week. I'm just fat. I gotta lose weight. Anyway, snack food. So the laboratories don't have what they call reagents. So in chemistry, you put something and then you add something that's the reagent, the agent that reacts, reagent, and it makes a reaction. And if it gets that reaction, then you have. Anyways, never mind too much about that. The chemical they need to add to the test, to use in the test, is not going to be available. There's so much surge on the mainland that this mainland company cannot send this chemical to Hawaii. So now the laboratories here can only test about, right now, half the amount of people that maybe they could or should or whatever. Could, should, would, all those headaches. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Headaches, headaches, headaches. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. But they have a capacity of about 800, and it's down to, it's down to like 250. I don't know, they said it somewhere. It's cut in half, easily. What does that mean? You can't test so much over here in Hawaii. Or they take the test here and send the blood over to the mainland to be tested and wait for the test results to come back, which is 10 days. Just quarantine. It's like 4 more days. So they're only testing highly kind of a triage thing. The emergency cases. Because of that, that's going to factor into governor. And I already heard one thing, they want to push it back. I don't know when, they just going to want to push it back. And they just basically don't, they want to, for public safety, don't want to reopen. And at the same time, there's clamoring to, we want our jobs back. And the federal money ain't coming in. And it's a whole fall apart crap hole. So this is kind of, you can look at Hawaii as a test case scenario. Small numbers relative to the giant numbers all around it. But you can see how things are progressing. And you can look at China as a case test in a sense. They're going through a third wave. So it goes from one city, Wuhan, to giant wave. They clamp down like with the power of an autocracy. They'll drag you out of your apartment, quarantine you that way, throw you in the hole, 30 days in the hole, out of your apartment. I mean, and you walk outside, man, there's soldiers that want to shoot you. So China has a severe lockdown, and their wave went away. So I don't suggest a policed state, but it shows that extreme lockdown does decrease numbers. It decreases the spread. And as you remember, the spread is exponential. So, let's see. Someone had me calculate death rate. Death rate. Let me see. Well, we know the death rate. It's a rate. 2%. This disease. This disease has a transmission rate. The transmission rate is 3%. Yes, this is going to get messy. So that means one person get them, it goes to 3 people. Next time, next reiteration, those 3 people give it to 3 people. One, 3, 9, and the next time, this will be 27. It's not the 1, 2, 3 iterations. It goes from 1 person to 27 people. Just 3 little transitions. 1 to 20. That's called exponential, and it's at 3 times. It's not 3%. It's 3 times. Well, anyways, does this mean that the death rate goes up? No. Death rate stays the same, 2%. It's just 2% of 27 people. See, over here, with 1 person, you'd only get, 2% of that person dying. Sorry. But as the numbers go up, the percentage goes up. So if this is transmission rate of this, that's the number of cases. As the number of cases go up, this death rate will also go up. And when people fear death, when they fear death, that's when the devil comes in to use your fear. Your fear, you see, is what the devil's after, not your death. Your death means the end of it, and you can no longer make good and bad choices. It is the fear the devil wants, as in all evil spirits. Like the witch upstairs. Frickin' NPD narcissistic motherfuckers. Anyways, so case, reopen churches, surges. You really need to know the details. But here's something kind of neat, I guess. It is kind of neat. Arizona Memorial. USS Arizona. Now a sort of a looming, glooming, dark hero of World War II. The beginning of World War II, where America enters World War II. They just had to after that. Before it was their war, then it's like, now it's our war. Now you're talking. You're talking. Full wrath of Uncle Sam. World War II, right? So, underneath this memorial in the waters in Pearl Harbor rests the ship, the USS Arizona, which was bombarded. It got torpedoed by the kamikazes. It didn't get hit. I don't know if it got hit. No, it didn't get hit. It got torpedoed like from above, right down smokestacks, and things sunk. And you can, it's going to be limited, but it has, it's going to be limited, but now for your history lesson here. But time out, USS is still, it's still closed. It's still closed. The additional exhibit areas are open at the moment right now. But I heard it somewhere, and I don't see it written here. And this is Turtle Beach. I guess this is where they found that submarine a long time ago. Is that right? North Shore. This is North Shore. It's where the big waves are. Da, 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 da. It's a big wave. I like old Hawaii 5-0. I met Jack Lord a couple times. Hawaii 5-0 is always Jack Lord Hawaii 5-0. The new one, yeah, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. It's a different creature, that's all. It's a completely different creature. And a acquired taste. My brother and my sister-in-law work on that show. And so did my niece. They're all just film people. Really film television and movie people. Anyway. So they won't take me candidly about it. Train your muscles and other jams weren't there, right? Where is it? We're ready for visitors at the USS Arizona Memorial. And it is going to, it's taking reservations is what it is. You can make reservations as in now. By the time you see this video, all two of you, I get small views. So both of you can spread it to your friends. Hey, press like, press subscribe, press notification. Click all those buttons down there. Support the channel. Support the mongoose. Yeah, the mongoose invasion. But the Arizona Memorial, I'm bouncing around this because I have, you know, I tell I'm interested in ghost hunting stuff, and I watch it all the time, and this and that, and I love the debunkers. Shout out to Mr. Gray and those debunker kinds. Yeah, man, doing good work. That's where it's at. There's too much fakery, right? Lots of fakery. You gotta brush away the fakery to see if there is any real stuff. Got it. So I'm gonna go look and stuff like that, but there's reason why ghost, and it's always been a fave of mine since a long time. Might get into that. I have to do something else with this. I'm adding it to making these things longer by doing this. But of two, I can think of significant ghost experiences. Both were voices. Two experiences that I experienced myself. So I can only say is it happened to me. It doesn't count as proof because it's just my personal story. It happened to me. So to me, it makes all the difference in the world. But of the two stories, one was Bannock, Montana, old ghost town, which is old gold abandoned mining town. It's haunted. And there was wow, it was the first time I was there in broad daylight. I mean, I'll do a whole thing on that. And then the other one was at the Arizona Memorial. This building here. Right there. Also, both of them were basically about 3 in the afternoon. That's about when that happened. Boat comes up, little ferry comes up, you get dropped off on one end, I guess at the other end. I don't know where this picture's oriented. So if the boat dock, the boat dock's on this end. So the boat dock came over here. Then there's this crowd of people, right? And there's a wall plaque over here with all the names. And over here, you see these windows. You can look over the side, and ever since a little kid, bubbling up was the oil still leaking from the ship down below, the USS Arizona. Still leaking oil. So oil, like diesel oil. So it comes up, spreads on the surface, makes that kind of rainbow sheen. You can see it. It's creepy like. Now I was out there I was checking out to see if that was still like that. And then whoosh, right through me, and it was a voice as well. So that's the type of experiences it was, and I'll get into detail of those at some point later, because I've probably made this like super long. But you can visit the Arizona Memorial when it opens, but you can make reservations already. So I got on there, keep your fingers crossed. The governor, more than likely, the one thing I heard they said is you test before you get on the plane, and then when you get off the plane, they test again. But I don't know how they're going to do that without the reagents. So it's all basically in question. And that's the main thing I want to tell you about. And I hope this wasn't too long. But what have us, man? We're all locked down. Chill out. Relax. Just hang loose. Seriously. Things wrap me up anxiety style. I know why. I thank you for the comment. Someone suggested meditation. I do meditation. Easier said than done. I had to go up there. Anyhow, the unwinding and relaxing is known to be good for your health. It's known will basically give you a more healthy, physically healthy attitude, a physically healthy constitution. Pursue happiness, that stuff. So when someone's angst, anxiety down, try to work it out, because that anxiety stuff lowers your immune system. And like I say, hang loose. For the virus, the plague. So I joke about it because we have to joke about it, but it is actually deadly serious. And since it's invisible, I don't think it's invisible. There's over 1 million people dead, and 12, I don't know how many millions of people are already infected worldwide. And it's exponential. It gets to a place, so the only thing you can do, wash your hands, keep the social distance, keep akamai, and hang loose. Aloha.